Man, it is so hard to find a quad mum.
Oh, that's like newbornish, baby.
What? Yeah. My stomach. How long was there between your accident and falling pregnant?
18 months.
Wow. Was someone saying if I have a kid, they're just going to be my carer and that's not fair to the kid?
No, that's just ridiculous.
I'm Sophia. I'm Indy. We're back to show life with a disability. This time we cover travel, housing, babies, and relationships. We're still cousins, and I'm still Soph's carer. And you guys are coming along for the ride. It's a cute playground, eh? Oh, you can't see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you want a hand?
Well, I'll be alright.
Yeah, actually.
You can help me, but just don't. We'll have to wheelie. Do you want to go on the swing?
Have you talked to a quad mum?
No. 82% of spinal cord injuries are guys.
Yeah, true.
And then a lot of the females that have spinal cord injuries are like over the childbearing age.
Having a baby is definitely something that I wanted to do more before I was injured. I don't think I am in a position to be the primary caretaker anymore, so I wouldn't really have kids unless my partner really wanted to have kids.
But there must be some here that we could talk to.
I've never come across one.
Would you want to talk to one if there was one? Like, ask some questions?
If I knew that it was possible, I'd be way more keen to do it.
Yeah.
But right now, I feel like I'm just making it up in my head, and I've got no idea like how possible it actually is in reality.
We should actually try to track someone down.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think the issue is there's hardly any females that actually have spinal cord injuries, and the majority of spinal cord injured women are injured later in their lives after their reproductive years. So it's been quite hard to find a woman that has a spinal cord injury that had her baby after her injury.
It's been very hard. There's none here.
Do you know what I think? I think disabled people just don't have babies because there's no mums.
No, they do.
And
We just haven't found them yet. Man, it is so hard to find a quad mum. I've tried 6 and I've got one more.
Okay, I've got Chloe's number.
Really?
She didn't say if she's interested, she literally just sent us her number.
You sent it to me?
Yeah.
We're going to Sydney to meet a quadriplegic mum who gave birth post-injury. Similar vibe to Soph. It's gonna be so good. Hi, is this Chloe? I was just ringing to check if you got our message about filming. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. We've got a...
Actual?
Yeah.
Yes! She's the perfect one.
We have a quad mum. Okay.
Good work.
Thank you. It's really nice.
So we're going to...
What's your pace?
I was gonna say, yours is a little bit like dramatic. Okay, I'll do yours, ready?
Yours is fast.
Yeah.
We'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
So we're going to Sydney. Upwards inflection or downwards inflection?
Oh.
Right, we're off. Oh my goodness, we're on a bridge. Is this the bridge?
Is this the Sydney Harbour Bridge?
Is it? No. It's just our bridge.
That's our bridge.
Indy actually did a really good job in finding a obstetrician in Sydney that she has experience with spinal cord injured women giving birth, and so Indy set up an appointment with us to go see her.
So I'm very excited that we're going to see Dr. Lauren right now.
Same. You
So-
can ask all the questions that you've been wondering.
Soph, Indy. Hey.
Hi.
I'm Lauren.
I'm
Come on through.
Sophia.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're very excited
Yeah.
to speak with you. I reckon let's start off with the big question that everyone has.
Yeah.
Can I have a baby?
Yes.
Thank goodness. So
Yes.
our travel was worth it then.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
100%. Do you get a period every month?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So that's the first thing that is super reassuring. So about 50 to almost 75% of women after they have a spinal cord injury can sometimes lose their period for a little while. And we don't really know exactly why, but then most regain regular cycles.
Yeah, we've got questions. One of them was, how would I have the baby outside of my body?
There's some people who think that because you don't have control of your legs that you will struggle to give birth vaginally, but there was a really cool study done in 2020 that came out of the UK that looked at 50 different women with spinal cord injuries and how did they give birth, and 77% of them gave birth vaginally.
Whoa.
It's really interesting because our uterus contracts and it's a muscle, and that's what causes the cervix to open and dilate and the baby to come down. But it's actually not controlled by our spinal cord. It's controlled by hormones that come from our brain and our pituitary and our body.
If Soph gave birth naturally, she wouldn't feel any pain.
Some people can notice contractions and some people have no sense of the contractions. Lots of women had a sensation that either they were getting heart rate changes, they would get a headache. Some of them had autonomic dysreflexia type features, so you might see that flushing of Soph's chest, those sorts of things. You can still feel contractions from the outside. So this is one of our babies that we use in our classes, and I think this is actually pretty accurate for like sort of size. This one doesn't wiggle as much as the other ones. Just to give you an idea.
Well, it's quite heavy.
Yeah, so I mean, most babies are about 3 to 3.5 kilos when they're born.
How old is this baby?
That particular baby, oh, that's like newbornish baby.
What? Yeah. My stomach.
So remember that they're all like, they're really tucked up, right? So super tucked up, but they feel you right up to your sternum.
I was really excited after my consultation with Dr. Lauren because she kind of just made me realise that my pregnancy could end in a natural birth. So I was really encouraged by that. And I think it's not as scary of a thing as I thought it was. So yeah, she really made me feel more comfortable and encouraged with pursuing motherhood.
So we have found an amazing quadriplegic mum. Her name is Chloe and she lives in Sydney, so we're gonna go and meet her.
I'm very excited, and she has a 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So cute. And I'm really interested to talk to them about like the ethics around disabled parenting, because I know a lot of people say disabled parents shouldn't have kids because their kids feel like a caregiver role, and so I'm interested to talk to her about that especially.
Hi, are you a hugger? Yes. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
It's nice to meet you.
How are you?
Are you 5? Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no.
And what about a fifth bump?
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for having us. Indy had a very hard job of finding a quad mum.
Yeah, no, there's not many people who have had kids post-injury.
As soon as I had my accident, I thought, oh, okay, there goes my chances of having a baby. And then when I got back from hospital, I moved in with my partner, and Aurora was actually a surprise.
So how long was there between your accident and falling pregnant?
18 months.
Wow. So your body will have still been in that like spinal shock and inflammation.
Yep.
And then you just gave it another challenge?
Yep.
And so how was your pregnancy? Like, you haven't been pregnant out of a wheelchair. Okay. So then, like, how do you think it's different?
I say it was quite normal for being in a wheelchair and having quadriplegia. So I was using my manual chair until about 16 weeks. And then as I was crossing the road, I couldn't sort of lean forward to get up the curb. So as I went up the curb, I actually fell backwards onto the road because my balance. So I used a power chair from about 16 weeks.
I'm really interested to hear about how you looked after her.
Yeah.
So can you take me through like all of the phases up until now?
So I used a feeding pillow. So they have these like big round pillows that kind of go on your lap. And I did breastfeed for a little bit, but it was very hard. But as a first-time mum, I was quite determined to keep doing it.
So could you do like any of the changing or the dressing?
Doing the nappies was hard, and dressing, so nothing with push studs. They were awful. Nothing with buttons. I've also realised that as she's gotten older, she's very independent for her age. So she's always known from a young age, okay, mummy can't put your socks on, but why don't we do it together?
And I saw that she was helping you with things.
Yeah.
I saw a YouTube comment one day and it was someone saying if I have a kid, they're just going to be my carer and that's not fair to the kid. So what do you think about that?
No, that's just ridiculous.
I'm so impressed with how independent you are with her. Could we go to the park and you can show me how you can be like independent in the community with her?
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Okay. Aurora, you want to get your shoes on? We go to the park?
Did you get like a little bit emotional seeing Chloe as a mum? No, just me? I don't think so. It was just special. Like seeing the bond that they have between each other. I've never really actually imagined myself being a mother. And so seeing someone who has the same challenges as me doing it and doing it so well and like such high energy, and she gave so much to her daughter, it was pretty special.
Before this, I was like 50% want a kid, and now I'm like 75.
That's cool.
That's good. That's quite
exciting.
good. Yeah. What do you think about my future as a mother?
Oh, so confident. I feel like everything Lauren and Chloe both said has just been so affirming. That it's possible, it's great, it's, you know, everything's just been positive.
Fulfilling.
Yeah.
Normal. Ethical.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy that we did this. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming with me.
No, that's okay. It's so, like, well worth going to Sydney for.
Yeah. Should we go? It's so hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need my phone, though. Is this Bondi Rescue?
Yeah.
On that, what if we spoke to the Bondi lifeguards about getting you on the beach?
Indy, look. They're massive celebs. They have 2.7 million followers on YouTube.
Yeah, but, like, they might have some ideas or
Their job
something.
is to get quads off the beach, not on.
True. Dark, but true.